There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Well, looks like I'll be the one destroying the crawling chaos. Also, it's at this point that I notice that we have 4 empty spots on the roster. I'm just gonna collect all 4 of the heroes
To
that we have
those with a
waiting.
keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
Because, well, we need people.
Ye will be laughing still at the end.
And we have a abomination now. So the abomination is kind of a challenging hero to use because transforming actually stresses his teammates. Let's see about the survivalist. Let's see. Yeah, all of my experienced people are currently being treated for various kinds of damage that they took last week. Let's see, so, yeah, just like I thought, the survivalist is not free. But let's see, so Clarinel, the grave robber, could learn night moves, which increases scouting chance. Pilfer, which produces a random supply item. And then she could learn encourage and wound care. What can Fontamai learn? Let's see, marching plan increases everyone's speed. Triage heals everyone. Restraining crossbow increases accuracy, damage, and critical hit rate of ranged skills at the cost of slowing her down a little bit. And then field dressing, which is another healing ability, and then pep talk and encourage. There's not a whole lot of benefit to field dressing by comparison to wound care. It does restore more hit points, but that's not really that special by comparison to being able to remove bleeding and blight. And I do have triage. But I think I want to get restraining crossbow. Or restring... yeah, I can't read. Restring a crossbow. That could be very useful. Let's see. Mockery is kind of an interesting ability. Tiger's Eye, we saw last time what that did to the flesh. And then turn back time and every rose has its thorn. Every rose has its thorn is probably the jester's best camping skill. Just a great way of de-stressing everything. Does the occultist learn any good camping skills? I mean, unspeakable commune is acceptable, but since it stresses all of his companions, it's not as good as the other abilities that prevent nighttime ambush. Dark Ritual can remove mortality debuffs. Then Abandon Hope, and then the regular ones. I suppose it's probably worth... Also, though I think I want the more experienced occultist to learn that. I think I will upgrade the bonfire, though, to reduce the cost of this. What can Adenel learn? Unshakable Leader, which reduces his own stress. Zealous Vigil, which reduces his own stress and prevents nighttime ambush. I'm gonna get Zealous Vigil. The stress reduction is less important, but the ability to, though, yeah, and the stress reduction is even reduced when he's afflicted, but the ability to prevent nighttime ambush is pretty valuable. We want as many people with that as possible. Yeah, what could Cardinal learn? She has Prey, which increases everyone's protection. And then she has a lot of abilities that specifically work with religious characters, which means... And then there's Sanctuary, which is one of probably the best camping skill we've got. And then Bless can be pretty good if used on the right hero. So I could potentially have a team of a Vestal, a Crusader, a Leper. I'm not sure who else is religious. I'm not actually sure how to tell whether or not a hero is religious. But because a Vestal, a Leper, and a Crusader I know are all religious, and so that could be very useful for things like pray or chant. I might need to actually take that into account when putting teams together in the future. Let's see, who else? What can a antiquarian get? Trinket Scrounge is okay. Strange Powders is actually pretty nice. Plus 20% resistance to everything for 4 battles for 1 companion. But it still is pretty, just like her combat abilities, the Antiquarian's camping abilities are somewhat mediocre. Let's see about Plague Doctor, Experimental Vapors, we've seen before, Leeches, The Cure, and yeah, we've seen all, on the various Plague Doctors that we've had over the course of the game, we've seen pretty much all of the Plague Doctor's camping skills. Let's visit the Blacksmith. Let's see. We have 2 champion level heroes who are not afflicted or otherwise indisposed right now. So, wait, no, we have 4. So the team, we could put together, let's see, so we have a Grave Robber, a Plague Doctor, a Vestal, and a Crusader. That really does not seem like a viable team to me. I mean, the Plague Doctor can inflict Blight, and the Grave Robber's Thrown Dagger deals extra damage to blighted enemies. And, I don't know, it's kind of on the edge of being a viable team. Like, you could make it work maybe, but I'm not entirely convinced I can run a viable team with that. So I think I'm going to wait until some of the other champion level people recover. So in that case, I'm actually probably taking Fontamai on the next mission because I really want to use her against the cannon. Who else do I want to use against the cannon? I know I want to use Basanj. I've been kind of saving him for the cannon. But who else would I bring? Let's see. Vastel and Lulier, probably. So... though that means, yeah, then I can use Sniper's Mark, and then Basanj can use Collect Bounty on the cannon. So... let's see. Not a whole lot to upgrade for Fontamai. Unfortunately, a lot of the people I would like to upgrade are being treated, which means I can't upgrade them. Though I can upgrade Clarinel's Pick to the Face. And... not a big fan of Lunge, but Flashing Daggers is pretty good. Oh, and she's the first hero to have four of her skills be upgraded to the maximum. Let's see. Adonel is definitely getting some use. Smite is its plus 35% damage against Unholy is going to be used against the Necromancer. So upgrading Inspiring Cry would increase its minimum healing and would increase the stress reduction. Let's spend some gold on that. And I may as well upgrade his equipment too. The Long Crusade is his ultimate weapon. And actually, let's pop over. I'd say I have enough gold to finish upgrading the equipment of one. So I should think about who I'm going to use on the next mission. It's going to be a novice level mission, so Fontamai is going. Who else would go on that mission? I might bring my other leper, the leper that we just got on the mission. In which case I should... All of his starting abilities are unlocked and upgraded. That's nice. Yeah, I think I'm also going to bring Canuville. And I'd say his abilities are already pretty much where I want them to be. Let's see about his equipment. May as well have and his equipment is where I want it to be too. Let's see about the new leper's equipment. Also fully upgraded. Okay, I'd say I can afford to upgrade one last piece of equipment for a champion level hero. So I'm going to give Adenel the Long Crusade. Combining that with the damage boost to Unholy that Smite gets, he's going to be pretty useful when we go back to exploring the ruins. In the meantime, though, I'm going to hold back a bit on some of our gold, and it's time to go on a mission. Let's see. If we're doing a novice mission, we only have 3 options. We could do a short exploration mission to get the Lock of Patience for a abomination. We could do a medium exploration mission and get critical dice. Those are quite nice. Plus 7% critical for a Jester. That could be very useful. Jester already tends to hit pretty hard. Or alternatively, we can get a Swift Cloak, which doesn't really do much that's useful. Plus 2 speed for minus 20% move resistance. Though we could get fresh air in the tunnels. Honestly, I think I want to get the critical dice. Alright. Fontamai. She's definitely in on this mission. It looks like we do not have a novice level Vestal. However, we do have a novice level Occultist, and that Occultist knows Weird Reconstruction, upgraded a decent amount. And we have a novice level Jester who can comfortably operate in position 3. Actually, let me see something. Weird Reconstruction works in any position, so I'm actually going to reverse these two. And then I'm going to place a Leper all the way in the front. It's not the strongest team composition I've ever made, but for a novice level mission, I'd say it's viable. Now I just need 2 trinkets for the Leper. And I'd say the Fortunate Armlet and the Healing Armlet are what we're going with. Alright, and let's see if we can get the critical dice. I don't need 4. Alright. We're back to the ruins. Yeah, I don't even need 3 then. Alright. Didn't even really think about that, but we are exploring the ruins. Well, there wasn't a... I'd rather be doing the Weald, but there wasn't a novice level mission in the Weald. Right. Grab ourselves some skeleton keys, decent amount of holy water, and plenty of torches. And just like I refuse to forget torches, I also refuse to forget food. I almost did there for a second, but I am not forgetting food. Alright. And embark.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
That's a pretty medium dungeon. We're gonna have some backtracking. Not too much, but some. We've already got a Jester for his trap disarming abilities, because he's the best we got. Though it's been pretty rare to have trap disarmament actually fail. Alright. Now we've already got a room battle. Oh, these guys again! I imagine they have a bit of a quarrel with us. Oh, and he resisted that. You know, the Jester may not actually have been the best choice for this, what with how many of his abilities inflict bleeding. But the good news is they at least inflict pretty okay damage. Didn't really think that one through. Graveyard Slash. It's like an old friend has returned. Well, Chop didn't quite manage to one-shot the Bone Defender. And Suppressing Fire. May not kill them, but it will at least reduce their accuracy and critical rate. Well, let's see if we can bring one of them into range of the weapon. And, yep, just kill the Bone Soldier. And, let's see if we can take both of them out with Hugh. We can.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And just a quick battlefield bandage on the Occultist. Quarrel, but fortunately, despite wanting to be in the back, the Arablest is actually rather durable. And I may as well use Inspiring Tune.
The blood quickens.
And this should clear all the corpses, but it didn't. Oops. Well, Sniper Shot can hit back.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That is one way to deal with them. I'm gonna drop... Which one of these do I want to drop? I'm gonna drop Slice Off for Battle Ballad. And he doesn't have Finale. But this way he can use Harvest to damage the enemy, but I'm actually mostly going to have him buff the Leper to increase his accuracy. Since he can do that every turn. And we unlock a hidden compartment and more heirlooms. So I'm mostly going to have the Jester just buff things, since a lot of his damaging abilities focus on inflicting bleeding. Here we go.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly
And
corruption.
some enemies in this area are not immune to bleeding. Alright. See if we can just take out the spitter with Sniper Shot.
Cleansed from our lands.
And I'm actually going to use Battle Ballad on, since they're surprised. Let's use Battle Ballad to increase the Leper's accuracy. And I was expecting that he would be able to one-shot the Weber. I was wrong. Well, I may as well use Inspiring Tune, just to reduce everybody's stress. Or we'll reduce one person's stress.
Soothed. Sedated.
And let's see if we can take this thing out with Chop.
Be gone, fiend.
And honestly, the Jade is the thing I'm most okay with giving up. You know, I guess I'm getting used to this game. I'm starting to find novice missions oddly relaxing by comparison to what we've been dealing with. They're relatively straightforward and they're relatively forgiving of not necessarily playing perfectly. Whereas with champion missions, as you've seen, you really have to think very carefully before you do anything. Not saying that I actually think carefully before I do anything, that's why my people keep dying and almost dying in champion missions. And we found an empty pack! And I could make this the one room that I can probably afford to skip, but honestly, I'm going to go all the way to the end and then go back. And gradually... Whoa! Ow.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
And yep, just a whole hallway of nothing. Well, we're going to need to loop back around and see if we can find and get to this area. And in the meantime, we just get to watch the torch as it gradually dies. And if the pass is any indication, we'll probably get hunger 3 or 4 times on our way back to the entrance. Wait, no, that only happens when we're out of food. We only get multiple hunger checks in a single stretch of rooms when we're out of food. When we're not out of food, we don't get hunger checks, ever. As for how we run out of food, the answer is gremlins. Alright, and now we've just finished our stretch of empty rooms, and now we get to move to an empty room! Alright, and I wonder if we're gonna get scouting here. Nope. From here on in, we're exploring blindly. Ooh, another trap. That one did quite a bit of damage. And holy water on the decorative urn. And loot. I'll drop the citrine. Doesn't really have that much value. Though we're really mostly here to get experience for these heroes. 100 gold and a torch. Yay! Well, at least it's not some kind of horrible trap. Because now that I've said that, the next one will be some kind of horrible trap. Also, because this is an exploration mission and not... I was literally in the process of saying, because this is an exploration mission and not a combat mission, there could be no more room battles. And here we are.
Decisive pummeling.
Slice, slice, slice. And stressful incantation on the already stressed guy. The good news is we have a jester to deal with that. In the meantime, I don't feel like being hit with Tempting Goblin. I mean, I don't particularly like being hit with Rend for the Old Gods, but...
Palpable fear.
Well, you know, I really didn't actually need to pull him because I have Sniper Shot. I keep forgetting... The Arbalest is kind of an odd hero, but I just kind of keep forgetting that she can do that. She's one of the few heroes with a very damaging attack that can hit enemies all the way in the back. Which also means that Damon's pull is actually not really all that helpful right now. And she's bleeding for 3 and has 3 hit points, so she's just done. In that case, I'm going to see if I can get rid of the stress on our occultist. Because she's done due to bleeding. She's weird reconstruction also on the occultist.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
She's done due to bleeding. He's done if Chop manages to hit. And he's done because I can hit him with Sniper Shot next turn. Unfortunately, the Leper is almost done due to how much damage he's taking. I'm just going to actually heal and cure his bleeding. Wait,
Confluence of skill and purpose.
I forgot. Battlefield Bandage does not cure bleeding, it increases healing received. Oh, that just leaves the Bone Soldier.
This is how a life is taken.
And as it happens, Harvest can comfortably hit him. There we go.
Onslaught. Destroy them all.
I have to leave a little gold behind, that's fine. The Leper is bleeding for 2. I think he can continue bleeding. And another couple of empty rooms and stashed heirlooms. We're dropping something. I'm just gonna eat 4 food. That'll take care of it. I'm not gonna drop anything in exchange for 50 gold, though. Though I'm honestly not even seeing much need to make camp at this point. Okay, and successful scouting, and this decides which room we skip. Okay, let's go up this way. And we're gonna have a hallway battle. I think in the next room here, I'm just gonna camp. Harvest.
Inspiration and improvement.
Sacrificial stab to get rid of the front rabble. And chop.
Executed with impunity.
And that's the end of that one. And the Aura Blast is perfectly positioned to be hit with sniper shot.
Obliterated.
That is how we do it. Unfortunately, I can't take the gold.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
I didn't realize I could have dropped the shovels. There are no obstacles in this mission. And one last room battle. Let's go with Battle Ballad. Unfortunately, this means we get hit with
exposed to a killing blow.
Though the cool thing about having an Aura Blast that you don't think about is the Aura Blast is in the back, which makes her a perfect target for Quarrel. But she can actually comfortably survive being hit by it because she's actually a pretty durable hero. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm actually going to use Sacrificial Stab on the bone.
Masterfully executed.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy about that decision. I wasn't expecting the critical, but the Aura Blast is a perfect target for Quarrel, but she's actually durable enough that it isn't really much of a problem for her to be hit by it. I mean, if it gets a critical, it can still mess her up. And that's the end of that guy. She has been getting a lot of criticals, and Hugh should be able to kill them both.
As the fiend falls,
and Hugh decided to make a liar out of it.
blossoms.
Well, let's see what Harvest does.
Precision.
Haha! Exactly what I needed it to.
These
Okay.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
And Holy Fountain. I'm guessing this is one for holy water. Divine Benefit. Ooh, healing. That's nice. And stress healing. Now let's make camp to clear up some inventory space.
A moment of respite.
Feast.
A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
I'm gonna restring the crossbow now that I just upgraded that ability. May as well use wound care on the Aura Blast. And I may as well use Every Rose Has Its Thorn to reduce current stress and future stress. And yeah, my only way of preventing nighttime ambush is ambush. Nighttime ambush is Unspeakable Commune, so it'll stress everyone a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. And rest up. We are the
match
flame.
is struck. A blazing star is born.
And there's... I really only did that to clear up inventory space in case these curios turn out to be chests with loot in them. There's no battles between where we are now and where... Oh, yeah, we're done! Well, let's return to the hamlet. That was... uneventful.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
You know, of all of the ways to describe a mission in this game, I never thought I would describe one as uneventful. But that's what just happened. And Patri has increased speed if his health is low, which is especially good because he knows weird reconstruction. So that gives him the ability to heal the team. Or to heal himself if his health is low. Unfortunately, Fontamai has ennui. And is a bit of a ruminator. I'm going to quick treat her disease.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Right, I have two different diseased people. Bowen has Oh, right. I'm going to start by treating the worries. And if we're lucky, he'll get a second disease treatment. We have several people who are diseased. Which disease does Vavasor have again? Oh, reduced move resistance. That's he could go into battle with that disease and would at least survive. Let's treat Fontami's ennui though. And before we proceed, I'm going to quick get us a fresh recording file in the hopes of warding off recording issues. I will be back in a moment.
The plume and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
Yeah, no offense, but I'm going to try to find a different way out. Alright, I am back, and we can afford to spend a bit more gold before we proceed. Not all of Traley's skills are maxed out. Let's see, Divine Grace and Divine Comfort can stand to be upgraded. Let's see about Tardif. I believe Basanj, who I'm going to need later, is pretty thoroughly upgraded. Though, may as well upgrade Marks for Death one more time. And that's really all the gold I'm willing to spend, because I'm planning on provisioning for a champion mission. So, these people can all go back into storage. Let's see. I could take on the Shrieker and potentially recover some lost trinkets, and this is a short champion mission. Let's see, who would I bring for that? Let's see, Adenel, Traley, Clarinel, and Emery. And I want Clarinel to have Pick to the Face, Flashing Daggers, Thrown Dagger, and Poison Darts. I like the abilities Emery has. You know, I want to give Adenel a chance to get up to Resolve level 6. Not in a mission that contains a boss. I'm only sending one Resolve level 5 hero. Alright, I like the ability setup, and I mostly like the trinkets. I completely like the trinkets that we have. Alright. And let's see if we can kill a horrid Shrieker. Well, let's provision. You cannot retreat from this quest. I'll risk it. I'm terrified. I am honestly, legitimately terrified, but I'll risk it. Get plenty of everything. This is a short mission, so there's no way we need more than 12. I think I have enough of everything. One more bandages. Alright. Let's find out what this mission is like. Survivors of this encounter are sometimes rewarded with unique quirks. I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a thing. Oh, okay. So that's part of what you mean by short. It skips straight to the let's fight. Okay. Had I known that the Shrieker had 240% blight resistance, I would have brought a slightly different team composition. It does debuff the target's blight resistance, but only by 33%, and it only has a 140% chance to inflict blight, so it would take quite a few hits for poison darts to reduce the target's... You know what? Let's try it. Okay, regurgitate's less damaging. Does have a chance of inflicting disease. Target whistle. Okay, so this thing is Eldritch. Okay, what's its stun resistance? It's only 95%, but that's... Whoa, critical healing, that's good. Alright, I'm actually going to start with Retribution, specifically because I want Tardif to be marked so that it's more likely to target him. I'm not really interested in Riposte right now. I mean, it's not a bad ability, but... Ah, great. Okay, that just causes stress. Glad I brought a lot of bandages. And now that it's marked, Thrown Dagger for 16, not bad. Peck does a lot. Well, Hound's Rush. I really should have used the dog. Alright, I'm actually... Let's use Divine Grace again, though unfortunately, Emery is in a position where he'll be on death's door if he gets hit by Peck. I'm really wishing I brought the Occultist for this one. Alright, I'm going to use Defender on at least one of these two. The more injured one. And Peck finally managed to miss. And it's no longer marked, and its blight resistance is back to normal. Let's go with Flashing Daggers. I can damage the Thatchery. Okay. Regurgitate. Alright, Target Whistle again. The issue is because it gets 2 actions per round, and marking effects wear off more quickly on it. Ah, Mutual Dodge. Alright, Divine Comfort. And let's see if I can stun this thing with Rampart. Well, I would have to hit it with Rampart first. I have no abilities that reduce the target's evasion on this team, because I didn't realize its evasion would be this much of a problem. Well, it is still marked. Let's use Dog Treat to increase accuracy and damage. And 57% to hit. That's what happens when the target has 63 evasion. Ow!
To a killing blow.
Even on a man-at-arms. Ow! Well, at least I managed to hit it. Oh, I stunned it too. Unfortunately, stunning does not negatively affect the target's evasion. And the Vestal is just going to have to throw herself into keeping the party alive.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, so apparently it runs off after a certain number of turns, even if it hasn't been killed. Okay. What all did we get out of that? A whole bunch. Yeah, so merely surviving causes it to eventually leave, getting us some lost trinkets back, some of which were quite valuable, like the Holy Orders or the Book of Sanity. Okay. We lost money on that exchange. Okay, that's unfortunate. Emery has a weak grip on life. Clarinel has ennui now. And Traley has Hero-Mania. And because of how little money we got back from our,
No rest, no peace.
What?
This wretched soul.
What? What? This is the 3rd time! What? That's unbelievable. By which I mean, I don't believe it. My people just will not stay dead no matter what happens to them. Wow. I do have to dismiss somebody in order to make room. I'll drop Osmond. I don't really need 3 jesters. And
This one has become vestigial. Useless.
and Seguier, Gulafri, I remember him, or Sordaval. Well, Sordaval is resolve level 5, and I spent quite a bit of gold giving him unyielding, locking in unyielding to give him plus 10% death blow resistance. He's the one I'm bringing back.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
So, what? What? Wow. That's all I'm going to say to that. Wow. However, our finances are in a bit of a state. I'm going to sell some trinkets. I do not need 2 Drifter's Buckles. Oh, the Raider's Talisman. That is good. The Dark Tambourine is actually pretty good for a Jester. Not perfect. Let's see. I doubt I'll ever need 2 Archer's Rings. But that's really all the stuff that I need to sell, so let's find a quest. We really need... I'm probably going to actually bring one of my 2 antiquarians, because we really need to come back with more gold. I could take on another Shrieker, but and it's technically a novice mission. Though we need to spend more time in the Weald because we need to reach the Brigand's 12-pounder, and I want to, and we can get an Eldritch Slayer's ring, and I want to give some of the weaker people experience. So let's see, who can we bring? Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. So Altard can be in the front. Lovett prefers to be in either position 2. All of his abilities work equally well in positions 2 or 3. Let's see. Gillian can at least... So Gillian should be in position 2. Though... Right, we're bringing in Antiquarian. Yeah, the Antiquarian, all of her abilities work in position 4. So the Antiquarian can be in position 4, and Lovett can be in position 3. Alright, we have a team. Let's see, you get the Archer's Ring and the Drifter's Buckle. Well, I could give you the Sharpening Sheath instead of the, which would really only enhance Open Vein. Actually, Open Vein and Wicked Slice, but mostly Open Vein. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Sharpening Sheath instead of Archer's Ring. And for our Occultists... I'm actually not sure what to go with for him, so I'll just give him Book of Relaxation and the Hero's Ring. Actually, nah, I'll take the Eldritch Killing Incense off of, where is he? Where's Vavasur? I'll take away Vavasur's Eldritch Killing. I meant to just remove his... Okay. Alright, so... Yeah, here I am, unable to operate a menu without hurting myself. Alright, Eldritch Killing Incense and Cursed Incense. Should be pretty good for Gillian. And he can comfortably use all of his abilities from position 2. He's a little far forward. If this weren't a novice mission, I wouldn't put an occultist in position 2 with reduced maximum health. But since it's a novice mission, I think we can survive doing this. Alright, let's provision. a long mission in the Weald. We're gonna need a lot of torches. A lot of torches. We're gonna need a lot of shovels, too. I think 4 should do it. Plenty of food. That much food. Plenty of anti-venom. Decent amount of bandages. Couple additional an additional skeleton key, and we're gonna just skip holy water for now. I think we can live without it. So we're gonna drop 1 anti-venom to get another medicinal herbs. And I'd say this is manageable. We're gonna need a lot of loot, though. We're gonna need to come home with a lot of stuff. The occultist's primary job is to be the main healer.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
And start going down here, and we have our first room battle already.
Nature herself,
And
a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
alright, and open up the left luggage. Oh, we have holy water now. Unfortunately, even with all the stuff we did bring, and even spending every gold we had to provision this mission, I'm still worried it's not going to be enough stuff. Right. Oh, let's start by seeing if we can get the Acolyte within range of Hugh. We can. Choose Festering Vapors on the Brawler. Not going to do a lot, but it'll do something. Let's see. Choose Grape Shot Blast, just to wear all of them down a bit. And what are the odds that Hugh will hit? 88 and 75. Not
Press
bad.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
And he's reduced to using Stumbling Scratch. Alright, even on novice missions, stressful incantation still affects the torch level. Stumbling Scratch managed to hit, but it's not as dangerous. And let's use Festering Vapors on the other guy. And that he got blighted. But as long as I can keep those two in the front, let's see. Let's use Sacrificial Stab on this
Their
guy.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Open Vein on this one. And you just move forward 1. And now we have to deal with one last stressful incantation, and then which missed anyway. And now, oh, would have been nice if that had hit. Well, I can at least start stacking up some blight damage. But the brawlers pretty much went down pretty uneventfully. May as well use Purge, so that when he dies due to damage over time, she will be trapped in position 1. Or die from a critical hit, even better. And there we go. Oh, quite a bit of loot, too.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I'm gonna drop the citrine for the minor antique, and I'll leave the onyx behind for now. But I can use the holy water to consecrate the fountain and reduce stress and clear up another inventory spot. And we have a secret door, which I'm getting on the way back, because then we'll have used up more of our supply items. And the pack contains loot. I'll hold on to the holy water. Holy water is more useful than jade, I think. And more loot. 500 gold. Ah, bandits. I think we can handle them. Especially since we surprised them. So I can do this. And then I can do this. And now we aren't going to be hit by blanket fire. And what's more, I think I can prevent slice and dice too. Oh, nope, he's more durable than that. Well, may as well add some Festering Vapors. He's gonna last a little while yet, though. Harmless poke. because he's out of position. Unfortunately, the Brigand Bloodletter apparently can attack comfortably from anywhere. Well, let's drag him forward then. We push him back, and then we drag him forward. Yeah, he's gonna go down a little more slowly. Alright, and Slice and Dice finally happened. Oh, Festering Vapors. And our good friend Chop.
Perhaps the turning point.
Unfortunately, I really should have used... well, let's use Fortifying Vapors. I can at least heal him a little bit. And that should do it. Nice. Didn't see that coming, did you? Okay, this is the point where we have to make some hard choices. Gonna drop the Holy Water and the Minor Antique and keep the Crests and the Rare Antique, and the 450 gold can stay. And... ooh, these guys. Except I don't remember the cultists having the ability to inflict marking. Mark or not, the Acolytes are the dangerous enemy. Okay, how much is she bleeding for? 2, so... if this can inflict 1 point of blight and 1 point of damage, that's it. Okay, she's done. And she won't even leave a corpse. He's only bleeding for 2 more damage total, so let's just hit the Scratcher with Chop. It's not a very glamorous move, it's just wearing the Scratcher down. That's a start. But, yeah, she has Eldritch Push, Eldritch Pull, and Stressful Incantation, so the Acolyte cannot mark anymore, which means that the Scratchers will only ever be able to use Groping Swipe. Alright, weird reconstruction is the leper's health. I am not impressed. Alright. And Hugh.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You just move back and everyone's back in position. That's one thing I will give the Antiquarian. They can move basically from any position to any position almost. They can move 2 and not 3, but the Antiquarian is very mobile, and I'll give them credit, that's quite helpful in situations like this. Actually, yeah, Nervous Stab. Oh, that actually does pretty okay damage. And Weird Reconstruction does what I was hoping it would, mostly. It's only a little bit of bleeding. Ooh, and that's a lot of bit of damage. And Groping Swipe. He's bleeding for 1 damage, it's not really a big deal. And now we just have to deal with the Acolyte. And Stressful Incantation even missed. Nice. Well, let's clear those corpses. Here we go. Clearing corpses with tentacles. And that is the end of that. Whoa.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay. I can give up the Minor Antique for now. I'm betting that I would open the coffin with a shovel, but here's the issue. Just looking at this map, so we got an obstacle here and a room battle which we have to get to. An obstacle here, and we only brought 3 shovels. I can't really afford to use shovels for curio interactions right now. There's too much risk of having them be used up. That's not... I wanted to disarm the trap. There's too much risk of running out of shovels and then having to dig through an obstacle with our hands. Yeah, I'm not taking on a Shambler with an Antiquarian. There are some things even I'm not crazy enough to do. battle with treasure. Oh. Bring the Acolyte in for the kill. Oh, we do it to them, they do it to us. And it worked, too. You know, I want to actually try to hit the other Acolyte with a pistol shot. And one of the ectoplasms with Nervous Stab. Let's see what Hugh does. It misses. I really shouldn't be surprised. Honestly, the Leper has actually been doing really good this mission, accuracy-wise. Ooh, stressful incantation. I meant to target the other one, but I'll take it. Between the Eldritch Killing Incense and the extra damage that ability already does to Eldritch, I'm honestly fine to just let the occultists stay on the front lines and exterminate those things. And yeah, the ectoplasm demonstrating their ability to replicate themselves.
Be gone, fiend.
Oh, one of them's down. Nervous Stab on the enemy with the most hit points. And now most of them are within range where Grape Shot Blast could kill them. She's Festering Vapors to hit the one all the way in the back. Grape Shot Blast only hits the first 3 rows, right. I forgot. Well, if we can kill the second ectoplasm before it gets a turn, which we can, it can't replicate itself. Unfortunately, the Leper is really having a bad day. And Sacrificial Stab can't reach all the way in the back anyway, so the Leper is really having a bad day. And I'm going to move him forward one so we can potentially use Purge next turn. He's back to not being in the front, but I can use Demon's Pull to clear the corpses.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I'm honestly... Sapphires are 1,000 gold each, and we can very possibly get more of them in this mission. I'm actually going to drop the busts for the Sapphires. And get us back to our normal position. And also, Altard has been having a bit of a bad day, so I'm going to drop Revenge for Solemnity. Actually, now I'm going to drop Purge for Solemnity. I'll keep Revenge because that could potentially be useful, but I want him to have Solemnity so that he can de-stress himself and heal himself. And in case you're wondering why I've been leaving all these chests behind, don't worry, there is a plan. I just want to get to the end of this hallway first, and then, assuming we survive long enough to get to the end of this hallway, this has been quite a push. Well, since this is a clearing mission, we're going to have to fight all these enemies anyway. And Grape Shot Blast. And Nervous Stab. And Hugh will hopefully kill at least one of them. Yep. So we have to deal with one Rabid Rush. And a little bit of bleeding. Okay, 2 Rabid Rushes because these things are really fast. And Fortifying Vapors.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
And Solemnity. And Sacrificial Stab. And that is the end of that.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, Fungal Artillery again. Alright. Fungal Artillery are Eldritch, and I can hit one of them with Sacrificial Stab. We want to kill the Artillery first, because independent of Mark Prey, they also have Escape Cloud. So Nervous Stab on the one you can reach. Grape Shot Blast to take out that one. Because that's the issue. If we kill the 2 front runners first, the remaining Fungal Artillery can use Escape Cloud. Alright, Solemnity. Just keep yourself... They're mostly going to target the leper, so if the leper can just keep himself alive, that's at least a start. The mark will wear off in a couple of rounds. Let's use Demon's Pull, mostly to get rid of the corpse. Alright, Pistol Shot again. Alright. Its health is at least low. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Nervous Stab to kill it. However, if Chop has an 83% chance to hit, and if it does, this problem is mostly solved. Okay. Okay, we're down to just the Scratcher. That's terrifying. Okay, fortunately that one's far enough back. That was a bit more than harmless. Alright. Everybody heal the leper. 3 of the 4 of you have healing abilities. You just try to get rid of the Scratchers. Alright, Solemnity. And Weird Reconstruction. Just hit him with everything. Just pour all of the healing that we've got into this guy. And yeah, now they're reduced. The only thing they can use is Groping Swipe. Because the thing is, the reason why I killed the artillery first is Groping Swipe is a lot less dangerous than Escape Cloud. Alright, and Weird Reconstruction. And the increased bleeding resistance is going to be helpful for Weird Reconstruction's chance to accidentally cause bleed. You're outmatched. And now, we just have 1 Scratcher left. Alright. And... okay. 1 more. And that's the one.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I'm not really willing to drop anything we've currently got. Let's light the firewood. Let's feast.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Let's see. The bandit used bandit sense. And I'm gonna have the leper let the mask down. Stressing the other teammates out a little bit is acceptable. It's using courage to further reduce his stress. And I may as well have the bandit clean his guns. Alright, that about does it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, open the chest, and 2 food and some citrine. That was underwhelming. But now we go back the other way. What do we got here? 250 gold.
Waiting to be spent.
I'm actually going to drop the citrine for that. Alright, use one of our keys. I'm saving one of them for that secret compartment, that secret room. And I'm going to light 1 torch and
The
make
way
room for
is
8
lit.
crests.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Yeah, I'm not touching the altar of the Shambler right now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do with that because I can't really risk parting with any of my shovels right now. However, okay, what can we drop? We can't drop shovels. Dropping the 6 food will still leave us with 12. And I'm gonna drop the medicinal herbs. We have encountered enemies that can inflict blight. They haven't succeeded in inflicting blight on us yet, but the fungal artillery can inflict blight, so we do want to be prepared for that. And last bit of backtracking, and then we're into new territory again. Wonder how many more room battles there gonna be. This has been an elaborate... and we immediately have hunger just to make me contemplate whether or not I've made a mistake. Well, now we're back to the entrance. And down this way. Mummified corpse, which we can fix with bandages. And everybody is fully equipped with trinkets, and these aren't terribly impressive trinkets, so I'm actually going to leave those behind. Oh, we surprised the enemy. I'm just going to go with sacrificial stab. Whoa! Nice.
A time to perform beyond
And
one's limits.
Hugh, and it hit both of them. Grape Shot Blast might finish the job. Or it might not. Well, we're rid of the cultist at least. What was that about increased accuracy? Well, at least Rabid Rush didn't do too much, but now we have to deal with it again! And this time it caused bleeding. Didn't cause very much bleeding, at least. And yeah, the Rabid Gnashers have increased evasion. Though, I imagine that the leper is going to be making fun of him for a while about that one. It's like, I hit him, what's your problem? Okay, and Lovett has decided to reclaim his honor.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I'll drop the 300 gold for the portrait. And using our next shovel. And moment of truth time in regards to scouting. Nope, no scouting. If I were sure there wouldn't be more obstacles, I would dig that up, but since there might be more obstacles, I'm holding on to my shovels for now. I haven't tried bandages with these, and it worked! Protects the hero's hands during the search, and we found nothing we can really afford to take with us right now. Whoa! At least he dodged it, but even though we're mostly after gold, we've got so many heirlooms I do kind of want to hold on to. And more fartillery! Alright, and let's see if we can kill this one quick. Gonna light up another torch because the torch level's a little low. You can't attack them no matter what, so you may as well just start wearing down the scratchers. Everyone else targets the artillery. That's bad. That's very bad. Alright, nervous stab. Alright, just pistol shot to make really, really sure it dies. I never miss. Yeah, love it. Just pretending that thing in the hallway didn't happen. Yeah, that's what I would do too if I'd missed like that. And he's about to be on death's... He's not on Death's Door. I was expecting him to be on Death's Door after that. Well, Physician, heal thyself. 7. That's pretty acceptable. Ooh. Alright. Show us how you never miss. Okay, good. One more pistol shot and that thing is out. Unfortunately, Gillian is having a bit of a hard time. If that had done one more damage, he would still be on Death's Door because Mark Prey put him on death.
From becoming unwound.
That's... Ah, shit. Okay, he survived it, but that's actually kind of humiliating, being placed on Death's Door by Mark Prey. Alright, Fortifying Vapors, get him off of Death's Door. Weird Reconstruction, get him... At least he's not bleeding. And he's back on Death's Door.
Teetering on the brink.
He could very well die this turn. Okay, that missed. Good. And he's not taking damage over time. Okay. There's just one of them left. Mark still has a couple of rounds left, though. Alright. As long as he's not on Death's Door, he's at least sort of okay.
and improvement.
And of course, apparently Weird Reconstruction has performance anxiety.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, let's just make camp. We're a good ways into this dungeon. There shouldn't be too much left, and we've taken a lot of damage. And let's
spark without
feast.
kindling is a goal without hope.
Alright, first thing we're doing is Bandit Sense. The increased chance of surprising enemies is helpful, and also we want to be really sure of not being... Alright, now let's do some Wound Care. We do not want any midnight surprises.
Soothed. Sedated.
Alright. And
Light, the promise of safety.
we're in a little better shape. I'm gonna have to cover this entire circle, probably. And if I hadn't dropped the medicinal herbs, I could use that for something. You know, let's do an experiment. Let's find out what anti-venom does. Nothing. Alright. I doubt bandages would do anything. And another trap. Alright, nothing here. They actually gave us two. Well, I was definitely right to conserve my shovels, but they actually gave us two altars of the Shambler in the same mission. I didn't know that was possible. Also, no, Okay, it looks like we're going the other way. I am not taking on a Shambler with an antiquarian in my party. That's not an option. I've made some bad decisions over the course of this playthrough, but that's something even I won't do. Also, we're running a little low on food. Maybe we shouldn't have feasted last night. Maybe I should have just gone with a regular meal. Well, here's hoping we find the rest of the enemies. Okay, another one of these, and we've seen how badly they can go. Alright, Nervous Stab. Sacrificial Stab. And Pistol Stab. Okay, problem solved. Ooh, that's nice. And he buffed his own accuracy, too. Alright, get rid of the one with one hit point. And we can actually handle these. Alright, use Pistol Stab again. And there we go. Sometimes they actually aren't too much trouble.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
What to drop? I'll drop Onyx. Alright. Though honestly, the anti-venom has not really done me any good. Ah, spiders! The anti-venom might start doing me some good. Alright, Sacrificial Stab. Critical Sacrificial Stab, that's nice. Chop.
Executed with impunity.
Alright, two of them are out already. Nervous Stab. Yeah, that wasn't going to kill him without a critical hit. Let's see what Grape Shot... And Grape Shot miss again. What was that about how you never miss, love it? What was that? Well, finally have a use for the anti-venom, and to keep him away from Death's Door, let's just go with... Ooh! And finally, Weird Reconstruction showing what it can really do. And there we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Honestly, I'm not gonna drop any more of our supply items. We're already low enough on supplies. We're almost out of torches. I really hope we're almost out of room battles, because we're really near the end of our resources. Ah, crap. Well, it's just ectoplasm and an occultist. Well, it's the end of one of them. Chop should be able to one-shot the ectoplasm if it hits. Indeed! And Sacrificial Stab can comfortably hit the cultist. That's the cultist, not the occultist. And there we go. That did use up our last torch, though. Why was the cultist carrying holy water? That just seems so strange to me. Okay, another one of these. With 2 different enemies that can exploit Mark. Alright. Alright. And it is just not Gillian's day at all. Alright. Fortunately, he resisted bleeding. Okay, chop on the one with fewer hit points. That went well. Ah, Rain of Blight. That's another thing that... Okay, they resisted Blight. Ooh, critical. Alright. And, yep, now we get to deal with the Rend the Marked dance again. Ho ho! Well, the good news is there's not going to be any more marking. The bad news is Gillian may actually not survive. Alright, Fortifying Vapors, just get as much healing as we can on him. Okay, and it missed this time. Alright. Alright, we're down to just the Scratcher. Alright. Use a bandage and then use Weird Reconstruction. Like I said, Weird Reconstruction has performance anxiety. It works really well in low-stress fights, but when things are serious, nah, it's getting all nervous and fumbling everywhere. Oh, Rend the Marked missed twice. I don't think I've ever felt this lucky before. Well, except for the 3rd time someone came back to life on me. I'll drop the holy water for the deeds. And that was still not the last one. I'm becoming worried.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I'd say it's actually a valid question whether or not we should retreat with all the loot we've got. Especially since no one in this team has the ability to restore the torch level. Alright. And Grave. I really should have used Weird Reconstruct. I just kind of forgot that he was damaged. Oops. And he may die because I forgot that. Oops. Alright. Fortifying Vapors is not much of a healing ability, but it at least does something. Grape Shot Blast. I really need to just stop using Grape Shot Blast. It is too unreliable. Alright. Hew. Alright, that's one of them down. Okay, Grave Nibble missed. Never been this grateful that you can dodge while stunned. And Gillian... Gillian is like a Jedi. He just always manages to dodge exactly as much as he needs to not die. Like, he's taken a huge amount of damage, but when he's actually really low on health or at death's door, he always seems to dodge.
At the very precipice of oblivion.
Alright. Alright, that's 2 of them down. That leaves just the last one. And Gillian is likely to go, well, first after the Grave Nibble. Alright. Ah, great, we have a Hemophiliac Antiquarian. Okay. I'm wondering if I should have not attacked, because now Gillian is at death's door going into the next fight, and I have no food to heal him with. Okay, fortunately this is a fairly manageable rune battle. Grape Shot Blast. Alright. Weird Reconstruction. Come on, come on. Big money, big money. 5. I can accept it. 5 is something. 5 is not 0. At least it's not like a critical 0 or something. Okay, now we really need to kill the last active. I suppose it's kind of meaningless now. Alright. Nervous Stab. Chop. Okay, we just need to kill the last one before... Okay, it's not using Cytokinesis this turn. Alright. Ooh, critical, too. Uneducated savage. Uneducated slime. Okay. I'm going to continue adventuring just long enough to open this chest to receive some citrine and a shovel. Well, we made it. It was a little close, especially for a novice mission, but we made it.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
And we made a fair amount of cash off of that one, considering the fact that it's a novice mission. We got 22,000 gold, mostly thanks to antiques and then that hidden room. And despite being a mission where I was mostly after gold, we got a pretty respectable stash of heirlooms, too. And we have a rabid bandit now.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
And we have more diseases to treat. And yeah, there are a lot of people with diseases right now. I'm gonna treat Vavasur next because he's kind of more important. It's just a rash. Why do you need that knife? And we have some people who need some stress treatment. I think they were in disease treatment last time. Well, they were in disease treatment, and then we didn't have the money to treat them. I still can't believe Sordaval came back. He just will not quit. Weapon Tinker is not really that useful as an ability, since I think I've maxed out his weapon, or if I haven't, I'm only one... Wait a second. Only one upgrade away from it. Oh, right, never mind, his equipment reset. Well... I'm gonna quick max out his weapon. Now, that quirk might be replaced by another quirk, but it now doesn't matter, because he's already got a maxed out weapon. Okay, who else needs stress treatment? Emery badly needs stress treatment. Yeah, all my high-level people need treatment, thanks to that fight. Yeah, Clarinel does too. Of course, Clarinel also needs disease treatment, but the disease treatment slots are full. Clarinel, I think you need a drink or several. My liver is as doomed as the Hamlet. Well... But with an actually pretty successful fundraising mission, that is going to be the end for this part. And we got our first taste of the Shrieker. It's going to be interesting. I am planning on taking that thing on a bit more when I'm a bit stronger and can actually kill it. Though, honestly, I think I could have put together a team that could have taken it down. It's just that that team would have to have included Vavasur, because I really need vulnerability hex's dodge reduction. Especially since that could stack. I really need to reduce the Shrieker's dodge if I want to have a real chance of taking it out. But, who knows, I may end up going after it with the Vavasur Basanj combo sometime, and actually kill the thing. Either way, as I said, this is going to be the end for this part. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you all, and I will see you next time.